Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me hide this comment. How's everybody today? I am sorry I was a little late. I was actually, believe it or not, I was over on Facebook in a warrior meeting. For real. For real. And then I had to go say bye to my honey. So, good morning. And have I regrouped and recouped from last night? Yeah, kind of, sort of. I'm better. Thanks. Hi, Angela Atkinson. Good morning, Buttercups and Chatters. Good morning. Good morning, Betty Bush. I hope it wasn't too much for you last night. I was in my warrior mode. Betty, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Pardon me. And then Betty and Angela are saying good morning to each other. Good morning, Donna Robinson. Thank you for coming. How are you? Everybody is here. Hi, Gwen. I want to call you, but I don't want to cry on your shoulder. Good morning, Gwen. How are you? Yes, please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, Gwen. Good morning, Stephanie. Stephanie, I know you have some things to do. You want to come up for a few minutes? I'm going to put a link in. If you want to come up, Stephanie, please grab it. And if anybody else ever wants to come up, please feel free. You don't have to turn on your camera. Okay, you are always invited. Please know you are always invited, okay? Without a doubt. Let me get my glasses so I can see. So Stephanie's going to come up for a little bit, but I know she has something to do today. Donna said, I called it yesterday that Denisha would leave that house. She should have never involved Kai in her and Anthony's foolishness. That's right, Donna. Ant isn't interested in divorcing his wife nor setting boundaries. And that's why I question, are we going to have a real divorce? Yes, I do. Yes, yes, yes. Was I surprised to see her leaving? I wasn't either, Donna. This quickly, I was. But when Shayla came over and went off, I did manage to catch 2 skits. I'm not sure if anything else happened. I'm a little raspy today. I feel dried out. Good morning, Nature. How are you? My coffee's weak. How are you, Nature? Mods, chat family, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. And Juanita, have a good day at work today. Gwen, Denise, everybody that's working, please have a good day. Angela Atkinson says, Donna, I think when Anthony told her about what Shayla said, she decided to leave. Do you think she realized that she was causing the trouble, or did she not want to be bothered with the trouble? Can you type in the chat what you think? Just really quick. A 1 if she realized she was causing trouble, or if she didn't want to be bothered with the noise. Put a 2. Please do. I want to know what you think. Good morning, Clarette. Welcome in. Yeah, let's see what happens today. And Amber did give us a hint yesterday also about her hair. She's about to change her hair. So don't be surprised because she's about to change her hair. New skit when Angelina tells Shayla to block Anthony. Whoa. Hey, Stephanie. Hold on, baby girl.
Okay, baby.
Hi. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, let me turn on the chat, the comments. I was reading the onstage comments last night, and oh, Donnell, boy, he was really busy out there. But I only see the main people and what they type in for the most part. So I
Mm-hmm.
see our chat family more than all this other nonsense. Dolly, I thought about you, and I did see Sassy and a couple of other people this morning in a group meeting, a quick one. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was there. I was there. So just for a few minutes, but yes. How are you doing, Stephanie? You okay?
I'm I'm doing okay. I'm having a good day. I'm about to go get my hair done, and Wednesdays, that's my days to do
Has
a
it been?
lot of
Oh, it
stuff.
has been a week, huh?
Isn't that something? Time be flying. Time be
Mm-hmm.
flying. I'm wide awake. I'm shocked that I'm this wide awake because
You
I'm
are
never this
wide
wide
awake.
awake. I know. But my girl, did you see all that talking me and you be doing about Denisha need to get out that house? When that skit said Denisha leaves Anthony house, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh.
I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when.
I
Not that I'm
know,
privy
I
to
know.
secrets or anything, but
You know what? She
I,
puts
I
her
saw
son.
the writing on the wall.
Okay, so why did you think that she was gonna leave?
That's what I'm asking. Is she leaving for her and her son, or is she leaving? Does the chat
Because
think
of
she's leaving because she's the problem? Is
woo.
she the problem, or is she leaving because of the noise that's at Anthony's house constantly? Is she the problem, or is Anthony's lifestyle the problem? Can you guys have an
Um,
answer for that?
what about all of it? All everything you said is
You can't have
is
everything you want. You gave me a headache yesterday. You get no passes today. My niece just
okay.
said she lit the fire yesterday.
I
But you know
did.
what,
Ooh, ooh,
Stephanie, I was
I'm
watching
silly.
it this morning.
I know. But
Oh,
listen,
Felicia agrees with you. She said both. Okay, I guess I'll take one
yeah,
or two or
all of
both
it.
because
But
Felicia
I can't
definitely
I
said
can't
both.
be I can't be on here long because I gotta go. But I just
I
had to
know.
come and tell you about that and stuff. And I will see you tonight. Promise you.
Oh, okay. Stephanie's got to leave, everybody. Stephanie's going to an appointment.
I
So we'll
love you
see you
guys.
tonight, Stephanie.
Oh, all right, baby. Love you.
Okay. Love you too. Hold on just a second, everybody. Let me get back to where I was at. I don't remember which. There it is. Okay. I just put up a little thing that says, do the right thing. Nature says, I think she's realizing all of it. Anthony, Shayla, Amber. She knows that she has to protect her son, and she does. She has to protect her baby. I think she and Shayla have this in common. And a mama bear will get their children to safety. They won't leave you. They don't just ignore their children. They do not. Get your babies and go. And Denisha just realized money can't be that sweet to put up with all of Anthony's mess. That part too. Am I surprised? I'm surprised. Good morning, JR. I'm surprised that it is this soon, but I did expect it to happen this week. Um, yeah, because that's why she's watching. If you ever notice her, because she's observant and she watches. And after the blowout with Shayla yesterday, when no, when she had on the polka dot suit or jumper, romper, whatever it is, and she cut her eyes over at Anthony based on what Anthony was saying to her, she felt some kind of way. She felt something. Did you guys notice that at all? I was watching her eyes, and when he finished talking, she must have cut her eyes over at him like daggers. I don't know if any of you saw it, but if you go back and look at the end of that skit, yeah, her eye, she cut it. She cut her eyes like daggers. I think she's realizing it's all of the above. And Donna Robinson says there will never be peace in a married man's home. And that's a fact. That is a fact. Please like, share, and subscribe. We had 100 people last night. Yeah, it was an interesting show. If you weren't there, I kind of went on a mission about women and Black women because of some troll that came in there. I'm not proud of the moment, but thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, everybody that helped me woosah and calm down. I don't think Denisha's the problem. Anthony's lifestyle is the problem. I think Anthony is the problem. You're right though, Angela Atkinson. He has no boundaries. Everything just runs haphazard around this man. But he's the one that invites it. He's the trouble. He's the problem. I don't think Denisha's the problem. Well, she is part of the problem because she shouldn't be in that woman's house. So she's a big part of the problem also. But she wouldn't be there if Anthony hadn't told her to stay. So she probably thought maybe it is okay to stay. But when she realized it wasn't, that was the time to leave. Because as soon as Anthony got her in there comfortable, built the room for Big Kai. I mean, he didn't say the boys' room. He said Big Kai's room. The least he could have did was say the boys' room. Shayla wouldn't have went off as hard, I don't think. But he said this is Kai's room. Gwen says there are 12 likes, 32 watching. Please hit the like button. And you can sit on the curb. You don't have to sit in the bushes. It's okay. Oh, my goodness. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thank you all. Hi, Felicia. It's 12:37 in Atlanta. It is 9. My clock says 9:34 a.m. Denisha wanted peace. She wanted the white picket fence like Amber, while Anthony put Amber and Shayla in check. But Denisha did not know that Anthony has no control over either woman. Well, of course, he's not going to have control over his wife. Not in this case. And who can actually control Shayla for the most part? He made a baby with Shayla, and he gets everything that comes with Shayla. He chose Shayla. Well, Shayla chose him, and then he turned around and reciprocated. So, feel sorry for Dalton? Not in a lifetime. But yeah, it was interesting to see her packing up. I believe seeing how hurt Shayla was, with baby Kai, doesn't have a bedroom, triggered her. I definitely agree with you. And I think I mentioned something about that, Donna, yesterday, because she was watching Shayla, and Shayla was ready to cry. And rightfully so. Kai will be 2 years old September 1st, and he still doesn't have a bedroom. Now, if Amber had still been there, she was working on, Anthony, we need a bedroom. Then all heck broke loose, and Amber took the guest room for herself. Because they're filming, they probably can't use that big house. If it doesn't belong to Wayne or his staff, they probably can't use the whole house, you know? Nonya, I believe seeing Shayla hurt, I think that had a lot to do with it. Especially if you're a mama bear and you're protective of your children, you really don't want to see another woman going through a pain that you have a part in. You really don't want to see that. Angela, good point. Denisha sees that Ant is too green and could come maneuver some upkeep. Denisha will think about Tamara, who tried to warn her. Yeah. And Stephanie was saying yesterday that we saw his narcissism phase activated. There are a few women in here who have dealt with narcissists, and they were sharing, a little bit of their stories last night. But when he started picking her her outfit apart, Anytime a man does that to you and he breaks you down head to toe and tells you what he doesn't like about what you're doing, yeah, that's something to take a look at. Please hit the like button, please, and come on in. The water is fine. I promise. I got sleep and I feel better than last night. And chat, I do apologize again, but that man triggered me. Don't come talking about sisters and women. I'm not a feminist, but I ain't about that nonsense. Woo! Yes, Dolly, it's a culmination of both. I agree. Juanita says 1. Betty says 2. Happy hump day. Thanks, Nonya. You're welcome, Juanita. I still miss work, but then I don't miss work. When it's time to get up, I don't miss work. Nonya, I hope you rejuvenated. Stephanie, I hope you feel better. Stephanie's going to get beautiful, but her eye is better. Thank goodness for that. Nature says, I'm doing good, Ms. Nonya, Mrs. Nonya. I guess I am. Sometimes, Nature, I forget I am a Mrs. I do. I don't think about the Mrs., but I am well. I'm doing good, Nature. And let me turn this phone off. I apologize. What did Gwen say? Gwen, did you send me a message? I'm sorry, everybody. I think Gwen sent me a message. Gwen, did you send me a message? I saw your name pop up on my phone. Yes, Tamara did try to warn her. Sure did. And I have to say, you guys are some of the most awesome women. You are. Okay. Angelina. Did you guys watch the Angelina skit? What happened? Can you tell me? Because I can't run film yet. Don't want to do that yet. New skit when Anthony finds out, Denisha is not staying at his house tonight. Oh, they're going to be dropping them left and right today, huh? Here we go with my eyes watering. Maybe, I don't know why my eyes, well, yes, I do. I do know. I need to get these cataracts out of my eyes. So we have Denisha leaving. I saw her little boy hugging her. I did see that one on Facebook. And that was I mean, it didn't tear me up, but that was touching. Because that's a mama move right there. Anthony finds out Denisha is not staying at his house tonight. And now Shayla's going to block his phone. And hopefully, today is Wednesday. Amber might be off, but maybe they taped it. Maybe we'll see Amber talking to her attorney, I hope. But I'm leaving Amber alone. Let Amber do Amber. And let's see what she does. Denisha seems to like a good challenge, yeah. And doesn't want anyone to determine her choices. And I get that. I think the next time she sees Tamara, she will thank her. Denisha also likes to prove her point. But hopefully she'll be able to tell Tamara, like you said, thank you. Because Tamara did try to help her for whatever reasons, even though Tamara was doing it to protect Tamara. I think she likes Denisha. Vanetta, Anthony felt he could do that since she had accepted money from him, and he changed the house for her. Yeah. And she's over there cooking and cleaning and playing housewife. So he knew he had her, Hi, Miss T. Good morning. How are you? Denisha was chasing money, not thinking like a mother. Yeah, you're right about that, Miss T. That's my bad. She was not protecting her child. Or was she trying to Miss T, do you think she thought, and not the moving into Amber's house part, which irks me to my core, But do you think she thought she had found something good and wanted to bring her son in? Because I thought he was gone for the summer anyway. But I wouldn't move my child into somebody's house that I didn't know. Please hit the like button, everybody. Thank you, Miss T. She was chasing money. So maybe the protection of her son was secondhand thought. Maybe. But he's a sweet little boy. He's so protective. I mean, him hugging his mom, excuse me. Him hugging his mom was sweet. Reminded me of like one of my kids when they would give me a big hug. They say, "What's wrong with mommy?" Mommy's fine, but they say, you know, you need a hug. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, but it was sweet, for your children to tell you or come to you to give you a hug. Seeing that hurt on Shayla's face, yeah, because Shayla was ready to cry. Big Kai may have talked with Denisha about living there and the constant movement in the home. That could be. Children will talk to their moms when something's not right. Kids are very perceptive. If they're paying attention and we don't even know they're paying attention, they can be very perceptive. Yeah, definitely. If Denisha is smart, Trapstar says she would have asked Anthony to buy her a home. That's what I said last night. I mean, buy her a house, buy her a home. She was greedy and wanted to move into the mansion. Okay, you guys win. The greed wins. The greed wins. Because she definitely could have asked him for her own house. And he would have got it. He would have got it for her. But yeah, I think greed is out winning everything else. Yeah, Denisha's not clueless. That's the truth. Nature. Angela says that nature, if she feels that way, she should have listened to Tamara. Sometimes we are hard-headed and we think we know that things are going to be okay. And we think we know better. But sometimes we really don't. We don't. I mean, we bump our heads, But when you bump your head, you have to course correct, right? We have to course correct when we bump our heads and do the right thing. Mm-hmm. If you're lurking in the background in the bushes, please feel free to like. It's free. Gwen, is it okay if I text you today? I'm going to send you a text message if it's okay. Denisha was wrong to move into another woman's house. That's number one right there. She shouldn't have never listened to Anthony. She asked Anthony and he said yes. But Amber's sitting right there. But you're going to stay and she's still sitting here? Yeah, they're in the middle of a nasty divorce, Trapstar. She knew he had a baby with his best friend's wife, yet she chose to put herself in the sun. Remember, and last night I talked about how she met Denisha at Wayne's birthday party. So she knew all about the mess she was walking into. That's when they were at first in the parking area. And then when Erica was trying to fight Shayla and Denisha came in, so she knew all about it, yet she chose to step into it. My apologies. Can you give me just a minute? I'm sorry, I was just responding to Gwen, my moderator. And moderators, last night we had Donnell come in, who's somebody, he's a troll. Or, well, he's not a troll, he's just a pain. So I kind of let him have it. But heck, he used to let me have it as a moderator over there. So don't do that. Don't come for me. Don't do it. Leave me alone. And then whoever mentioned, one of my favorite people mentioned to me something that was said by another content creator, would you guys be sweet enough not to tell me who it is? Because I never want to attack another content creator. I really don't. And I was already on a roll about the nonsense about the guest house and I think the paper plates. But please don't tell me who said it, okay? Because I don't want to accidentally ever call another content creator's name. I have respect for what they do, whether I like it or not. They're doing their job, they're doing what they think is right. So just don't tell me who it is because I might accidentally blurt it out, and I don't want to do that. I never want to be disrespectful to another content reviewer. Never. I really don't. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. Okay, and Iris says she realized she caused a lot of the trouble and bring more problems herself. Well, yeah, I mean, look at what she did to us, and we're just in the audience. I was livid. That was just so bold. Miss T says, baby girl, Denisha already knew about Anthony. Yeah, he had a baby with his best friend's wife. Baby girl, she met her at Wayne's Christmas party. She walked into the middle of a fight that was about to happen with Erica and Shayla, and Iman was there. And then she was talking to Amber about the whole situation. Amber told her, Shayla has a baby with my husband. So, yeah, she knew. She definitely knew. Hi, JR. Welcome in. JR, you okay this morning? I'm sorry. I went on a 10 last night. Miss T, I was on a 10 last night. Yep. And Dom, good morning. Welcome in, Dom. Nature says, Angela, Denisha doesn't seem to like any disrespect. She has fought people before over situations that had nothing to do with her, such as her friend's baby father, overly involved. And that's why I put that, I don't know if you saw mine, but Nature, that's why I put that video out, just highlighting her background. I don't care about her background, but she wanted Anthony to know it. And that would give us some insight as to who she was for people who didn't know who she was, because a lot of people don't even remember when she came onto the skits. Greed made Denisha end up in this situation. Tamara told Denisha about Anthony. Yes, baby girl. And Tamara knows, no, Tamara doesn't know that she found out at the party. Tamara wasn't in that room, but Tamara did know what she was saying. And Tamara knows because she was sitting next to Shayla when Shayla first had the baby. When Shayla first befriended, Tamara first befriended Tamara, and everybody was furious about it because how can Tamara befriend the baby's mother, the side chick? So yeah, it's been a long time coming. And do please hit the like button, everybody, if you don't mind. We had 100 people last night, which was great. Great. So, and let's see what else. I hope you guys are all doing good today. Is anybody watching any skits? I'm just curious to see what's going on. Dom 10 says Denisha is the problem. Also, her ambition and greedy self got her in a marital situation, and she had no business being in the house. She deserved all she had received money for. And now keep in mind that she's got to go work on the podcast with these same women. Is she thinking about that at all? Is she thinking about that? That she's got to work on the podcast with Amber and with Shayla? Do you think that's entered her mind? JR, I'm fine. Thank you. And thank you for being so supportive last night. Yeah. I mean, even though I do skit talk and real talk, so skit talk is skit talk. But when you're talking that real nonsense, don't play with sisters and don't play with women. All women. We fight for our rights. So let's not do that. You know, Denisha disrespected Amber so much when she met Amber. Uh-huh. Hold on a minute. Let's see. I lost my comment. Hold on. Oh, yeah, when she was sitting on the bed. And I was so shocked because did they forget that we already knew who Denisha was? Maybe the writers forgot that we knew when they first met that they got along because she stayed around Amber's crew at the party, outside in the parking area, and then upstairs in the salon. So maybe they thought we didn't remember because she was totally disrespectful. And you laying up here in Amber's bed. That was kind of, I don't know, was that a blooper? Or were they just showing us who she really was? Denisha disrespected Amber so much when she met Amber and knew her humiliation and still came to that woman's house. That's true. But did she disrespect her Dom at the birthday party? She didn't, right? I mean, she didn't disrespect her at the birthday party. That's why I was so surprised. Dolly says, do the right thing. If you're lurking in the background, please hit the like button. Please do. I mean, I know people are watching skits early in the morning, but again, once I get monetized, then I'll probably bring it back because I'll start just like deleting the videos for good because sometimes it's like 3 layers of video. So if you only wipe out the first 2 and you think the video is gone, it's not gone. It's still there. It's still there because there are 3 layers of it. I found that out too in my research. Let's see. Please hit the like button. We have 39 watching. Come on in. The water's good. Let's see. Nature says, Vanetta, Denisha's eyes and ears have been made open. Something triggered Denisha to leave. Denisha may also do this to get Anthony to realize that he doesn't own her. Like he thinks to other women. Because she doesn't appear to be the type to be owned. Amon tells Shayla he would take care of her in the house. He told Aunt they were good over there. Shayla was banking that money from Anthony. I hope so, because we don't know if Amon's coming back or not. What was it? G League? The G League that Amon's going to be working on now? So he's still not coming back. Not yet. Okay. Did anybody watch any of the skits? Can you give us an update? Does anybody want to give us an update? Are you guys all ready to go home now? Hi, Adrian. Welcome back. Good morning, Adrian. Adrian Moore says, I think she lost respect for Anthony. She saw how he responded to Shayla yesterday, and then this morning, him complaining about Shayla. She couldn't take it anymore. He's not a strong man. And the thing is, in addition to that, Adrian, Denisha doesn't know what type of affair and how close actually Shayla and Anthony were. I mean, he was with her for 22 months out of 24 months. He was with Shayla. He wasn't with Amber. Right. He wasn't with Amber. He was with Shayla. So was Shayla going to be hurt? Absolutely. And I think you're right. I think she didn't know. She had no idea. Shayla wasn't a hit and run. Shayla was a blown, full-grown affair. Jamaica trip and all. And then Amber birthed Kai. in that pool. Amber birthed that baby, brought that baby here. So there was a lot that she didn't know about these people. She had no idea what they were going through. Angelina declared war on Anthony. Denisha told Anthony she needs a mental break and that she wasn't coming back tonight. Okay, Clarette. But didn't she tell her? And I was just trying to get dressed. Did she not tell her son that? Did she not tell her son that they were not coming back? Did she say that? Like, didn't she tell him get all of his things? Clarette, I thought she said they weren't coming back, but this says she wasn't coming back tonight. Anthony's so in love with himself, he doesn't even realize the mess he's causing. He doesn't. And he also is in denial about the divorce. I think the man is in denial. He doesn't think it's going to happen. Dave and all. I don't think Anthony believes it's going to happen. And if he does believe it's going to happen, he thinks Amber's just going to lose because Anthony Dalton never loses. Anthony said he never loses. There's a first time for everything, buddy. So Anthony's so in love with himself. He is. It's crazy. Who was that asked us about paper plates last night? Somebody asked if we needed some upgraded paper plates. We don't use paper plates in the bushes. Hi, Vanetta. Angela, she put a battery pack on Shayla's back. Claretta says, I would have let him take that game and TV. LOL. I hope she still has her apartment. I wouldn't be surprised if Denisha pulls away from Anthony for good, says Nature. She is going to start the podcast as receptionist and concerned about the drama at the office. And any smart woman would be. They're going to give her the blues. She go in that podcast office and everybody knows, because everybody's going to know that she's with Amber's soon-to-be ex-husband. No, that's not going to fly. So I guess she has a lot of reasons to leave, right? She's got a lot of reasons to leave. What about her own self-respect? Is that covered in what we've said this morning? Her own self-respect being in another woman's house. No matter what Anthony said. Does she have her own self-respect? Yeah, she made Kai leave everything except his clothes, not even the game. How Shayla and Anthony allowed Amber to deliver what? Yeah, that's true. It is diabolical, and Amber had no idea. And people wonder why we're so Team Amber people are so passionate about Amber. Look at the things that she does for other people. She delivered their baby and she didn't even know this was Anthony and Shayla's baby. They let her become godmother to that child. Vanetta, I would not put Angelina on practice. She is all bark and no bite. Denisha told Anthony that she is not coming back to his home. Okay. Angelina told Shayla to block Anthony for a couple of days. And Dolly says, Gwen, those lurking in the... Oh, Gwen, I'm sorry. I'm still shaking Donnell out of my head from last night. People saw me on a 10 last night. Ugh. Angelina declared war. Ooh. Okay. I get it. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Denisha just got there 5 minutes ago and needs a mental break. So she can imagine what Amber went through. And she doesn't even know Amber was at the mansion yesterday. She didn't even see her. She just saw Shayla. Even though we know they brought Shayla in at this time for the ratings or whatever, but it flowed with the storyline. And that was a good job. So great job, Wayne. Great job. Auntie approves. We aunties approve of yesterday. So it was reported this morning. And Dom says, no, not disrespecting Amber at the party. Oh, I meant you knew her life story. Uh-huh. And still proceeded. I kind of thought, Dom, that's what you were saying, but I don't want to just add, more to it. Yeah, I get you, Dom. I get it, Dom 10. And then Vanetta says, but it would never work the first time. It ain't going to work this time. Right. When anyone starts talking about he/she needs some space, it's already a sign. I'm sorry, I'm still sleepy here on the West Coast. What can I say? I'm still sleepy. The next conversation will be that we are not good for each other. Oh, that's the typical follow-up nature. That's the typical follow-up line, right? We're not good for each other. That's the oldest line in the book. Aunt Claretta says, Denisha may have really thought Aunt was a godsend for her and realized quickly he wasn't. Because, I'm telling you, she's not a dumb woman. She's shrewd. And she just probably didn't use the best judgment at the time. But there's no way I'd be sitting in some other woman's house. I was surprised that it was this morning that she was moving out. I was. I knew she was going to, but this morning, oh, Barracuda needs to go back to her madam profession and take Momo as her employee. Yes, Dom 10. Do what you know best. She probably wants to get out of that life, but I thought she had on some kind of uniform the other day. That blue shirt she had with a little logo on it. Didn't she have on a shirt that looked like a work shirt? And so Claretta says, so is Denisha now going to get rid of the interns? Oh, now that she has freed herself from Aunt? That end of the phone call with Anthony from Denisha was a telltale sign. So if Denisha walks away, who will walk in? Good question, Nature. Maybe Anthony needs to starve again. Remember, he starved for about 3 weeks? Maybe he starved again. Or are they opening the door for him to try to get Amber back? Chase finished Ernestine's video. He did. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. I know it's awesome. Please hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you so much. And please, if you get time and you want to do replays of the video, or you need to just turn it down, just don't turn it all the way to mute. Because if you turn it to mute, the algorithm will think it's a bot. So they won't count the view. So I need to get the views back up because I finally finished taking out all the shorts except I put a new one on yesterday. I got to get rid of it. I lost 160,000 views. Plus Angelina's 1 million. Now I got back basically the 1 million. But when I took off the 160,000, because I took all the shorts off yesterday, except for me doing my little goofy videos. Because I don't know how to do videos, you know? Not, I'm not, I'm more comfortable in here than doing a video of myself. I'm very self critical, very. And hi, Miss Pink. Miss Pink says she needs to apologize to her son, hmm for putting him in that situation, which she should have never put him. She has a lot to think about. Miss Pink, you're right. She has a lot. I wonder if she's going to apologize to Amber. I'm not so worried about her apologizing to Shayla. I wonder if she's going to apologize to Amber. So maybe Monday they'll start. Is that the latter part of July, latter part of July, 1st of August for the podcast? If Shayla tells Amber why Aunt came back to her and testifies in court, it will shake up. And even if she tells the attorney that she knows why he came back, please join Nonya, me, Monday through Fridays, 9:15 Pacific Time, 12:15 Eastern, 11:15 Central. For Have Tea with Me, we can discuss basically anything, but we know that the skits are jumping off. And then also I do a session called Wind Down, and it is 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central Time, and it's 7 Pacific Time. So please like, share, and subscribe. And when you look at the videos, would you be kind enough to look at the skit review videos? Not the lives, not the long ones like we're doing now, the follow-ups. The follow-ups do great. You guys do great. Would you look at the videos? They're like 8 to 10 minutes long because I don't do long skit reviews. I don't take forever. And it's not a summary. Skit reviews are not a summary of what you just watched in the video. It's just the reviewer's reaction. That's all it is. So they're not long. Sometimes, for the most part, I try to make it like at least interesting, you know. So if you don't mind, and just drop a comment, I don't care, put a heart, anything, so that the algorithm knows that it's being read. I mean, they can see the likes, but if the video doesn't play all the way through, then the content reviewers, we don't get credit for it at all. No credit. And the algorithm takes all that into consideration. I did check this morning, and the algorithm yesterday pushed out 800 some odd items, which is like the first day it was 983. And I had never seen the algorithm, a message that the algorithm was pushing out anything. So they're working on the channel apparently. So that's a good thing. But it was like 100 less, but only because I think there are no comments. So if you guys just anything, that would be good. And I appreciate you for that because they're looking for skit reviews. This follow-up, I made this up. Gwen helped me. And Trapstar, we put this together. And then I tied it to the skit reviews. But if you're not reading the skit reviews, they might say, well, they're doing this follow-up, but nobody's looking at the skit review. And again, it's only 8 to 10 minutes. It's really short, you know. But the people who do comment, thank you. Thank you very much for it. And I'm glad you guys like them. I mean, I just put it out there. That's it. You know me. Anthony will get what he deserves. I hope he loses that house of horrors and the courts make him sell it. They might, Trapstar. They just might. Vanetta says, I agree, Miss Pink. Donnell wanted the smoke last night. Did he get it, Trapstar? Did he get it? Because he just came in there with that nonsense, Trapstar. Boy, he set me off. And Nonya, I thought about what Anthony said about Shayla not having a pot to pee in. And Anthony made to Denisha about Shayla would have made Denisha, I think he would have eventually said the same about her. He would have, Dolly. I think so too. And Donnell did not want the smoke. He just come in there with nonsense. I mean, he could have been joking, but I don't realize that, I don't think he realized that even though these are skits, you got to remember they're also about Black people, African Americans. But I'm an African American woman. Let's not. And then a woman, any woman, I don't care if you purple. If you are married, you don't deserve to live in anybody's guest house. You don't get to tell me Anthony can do what he wants to do when he's a married man. That's not marriage. So you got a girlfriend or somewhere, fine. But that is not how married people, and maybe that's why our marriage rates are so bad in this country. Maybe because the thought process is like Donnell's. Maybe that's why we're last. You know, maybe that's why we don't do well, because our children don't know. But anyway, I'm not here to problem solve today. I just want to see what's going on in the skits and what you guys think about them. The problem has always been that Anthony allowed Shayla to act like his wife. Yeah, Trap Star, he did. But he was with her for 22 months out of the first 2 years. Like 22 months, 21 or 22 months. And that's why it got to the point, because Shayla is very Shayla. And she's going to push that envelope. And in the meantime, we got Amber on the other side of town ready to unalive herself until she got her strength back, remember? And she cut her hair short and did her makeover with Ernestine. And she was coming back to life. And then what happens? Mama Brenda said, don't open the door. She opened the door. Now, if Nature says, now if Denisha was taking a break from Aunt, will they start giving skits of Aunt and Amber going to court? We hope so. Or Shayla and Aunt going to court. That could be. Shayla might take him to court. If he starts to go to court on divorce, Kai comes up. That's right. That's right. And you know, Trap Star, in the back of my mind, hi, Tyrane. In the back of my mind, I wonder, does Anthony, in spite of not the DNA test, do you think Anthony really believes Kai is his son? I mean, remember the time he was telling Kai when he was asleep about his grandfather. Do you think Anthony thinks that Kai is really his baby? Like, do you guys think so? But yeah, Trap Star, because during that whole marriage, it was Shayla. It wasn't Amber. Mm-hmm. Now, if Denisha's taking a break, maybe we are going to get some court. Maybe. And if she leaves, Amber can go home. But Am Bam probably not going home. She's probably going back to Dave's house. But she can go get her clothes. Furthermore, the discussion or open case on child support. Do they, I'm sorry, Nature. Do they ever open up a case automatically when a parent has a child outside the marriage? In California, they don't, because they're not aware of it. The only way they're aware of it in my state is if you go to get food stamps or WIC, you know, for the food, Medicaid. That's the only way that the counties are aware of it, or the counties in the states. So yeah, they won't automatically open it up. But when you go to get benefits here in California, they have you sign a form that says it's okay to go after this man for child support. The problem with that also, now if it's the court, it'll be different. The court will order it to be paid directly to the woman. If you go through the system, if the woman has already received benefits, or will receive benefits, that money is going to go to the state or to the county who's paying for the public welfare benefits. So it's always in your better interest to go through the courts, because otherwise you're not going to see the money. It's going to go to whoever's giving you food stamps. And what is it? Women in something, WIC. We call it WIC, where you get all the juice and the food and the big card, the card to get for your children, and they give you a lot of money. But you don't get the money for the child support. Hi, Deraine. Welcome in. Danielle's character needs to go. Can you believe Danielle had the nerve to repeat what she just did to Amber? And I really don't. I mean, we know Amber's going to talk to her, but Danielle is a whole mess. She can't help herself. She wants Ben, it seems like she wants Ben's approval as much as Ben, well, more than Ben wants Anthony's approval. She's feeding him that because there are people who feel like they can make themselves feel better if there's somebody doing worse than them. Told on Anthony, told on Lisa, or told on, you know what I mean. Lisa, Anthony, Amber, he just can't help it. Well, she got a shopping spree, a resort stay, $20,000 for less than a month. And too bad she didn't keep her ring, right? Dolly says, Nonya, what Anthony said about Shayla not having a pot being should have opened Denisha's eyes about Anthony eventually feeling about her too. Absolutely. Especially remember he kept saying, hey JR, remember he kept telling her, you don't have to work there, telling Denisha, you don't have to keep working for Tamara. Same thing he did to Amber. You don't have to work. I have the money, so they can throw it back in your face. That's what the Anthonys do. Hi, Tyraine. Tyraine says hi. JR says hi, Tyraine. Angela Atkinson. My theory is Anthony bringing Denisha and her son to get back at Shayla and Amber to see who first will fold. But Anthony never broke Amber. He broke Shayla. I like that, Angela. That's a very, very good thought. I'm not surprised. He thought he was going to break Amber, didn't he? But he broke Shayla. Denisha was listening at the way Anthony was talking about Shayla not having a pot to pee in. And that it's just a room, like it doesn't really matter. That showed his true colors. Check mark, Vanetta. What'd you do, girl? You did something good, Vanetta? Dolly's giving you a check mark. Could it be due to Facebook if they were upset at Denisha? They are excited. Nature, I went over to a warrior meeting this morning. And when I say warrior, I mean that seriously. I'm not playing. I'm not joking when I say I'm a warrior. But I did go, and there were four other women there. But these are like the big shot creators, like big. I was surprised they but they took me in like maybe a year ago because I was still stomping on Facebook. But I was over with O'Neill also. But they did. And yeah, they're real people. Yeah. One lady smokes a cigar. Good morning, Marion. Nice to see you today. Shayla once been there in that house. That was her dream. Shayla's not getting that house. She don't need that house. Tell him to buy her another house. She has a house. Hi, Shy Lady. Welcome in, doll. How are you? Sorry, were you there last night? Sorry. I apologize to everybody who saw me get upset. Hi, TT, G Mom. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful people. Please hit the like button. We have 39 watching, 34 hit. It looks like we have 51 or something. I don't know. But please hit the like button. It's not gonna hurt, you know. And I know a lot of people that are there, but if you don't want to hit the like button, it's okay. It's all right. I will survive, like Gloria Gaynor says. But I wish you would. And if you ever want to come in, just come in. I won't bite, I promise. It was too fast for Denisha and Big Kai. It needed to be a slow relationship, like they are friends getting to know each other. Exactly. Ant needed to divorce before he could be in a new relationship. And that's part of what Coco was saying. Like, slow your roll, Anthony. You know, you don't even know yourself. Nature, Dolly says Nature Facebook was definitely upset about Anthony and Denisha. And if you go and look, because Dolly told me about it yesterday, but I didn't go look. But this morning I saw the reels of, I guess they're power players. I mean, they don't necessarily move Wayne. I mean, I'm not saying that, but they're not a little peon like me. They've been around the skits forever. And they don't just talk. Right now, the talk is the Amber, the AAS storyline. But whoever they are, they move numbers. These women, they move the numbers. And I don't know enough about them. I don't know their secrets and all that. And if I did, I wouldn't tell it, right? But I'm just glad that they pretty much like invited me one day. And I was like, who's this? You know? But never anything weird. You'll hear them out there talking. They have their reels and they're rolling through. So anyway, Dolly says Facebook was definitely upset. I think it's probably more the way they did it. It's the way they did it by just bringing her in. Sharon's not here, Michael Brown. Good morning. It's more the way they did it, you know. And while he's still married to Amber, and Amber sitting on that porch, I think that triggered a lot of people. The only thing that came out good about that was her being able to tell Anthony finally that Wayne pursued her throughout the engagement. Now, she didn't tell him that when they were, separated, he did the same thing, but that was the only thing that really came out that was good. Can you imagine sitting on a porch where your husband has his mistress in the house? And in other words, you've been replaced, wife, by this woman. What was she supposed to do? Start fighting and go to jail or something? Can't do that, right? Please hit the like button if you're just coming in. Nature says when Angelina and Shayla are trying to rock Anthony, Dom and her mother are getting ready to rock Mike. Oh my gosh. Dom was told by Darren. Oh, Dom knows? Really? About time. So Dom knows, huh? Well, okie dokie. Please hit the like button, everybody. If you are lurking in the background, it is free to just like the video. I'm just a sister trying to make it, okay? Alrighty. I'm sorry. Darren is sitting and drinking, which is not good. He already drinks when he sees Ben and Aunt at his home or visits. Well, yeah, we knew Lisa was going to tell it because she wants Mike. That's how he knows he will mess up the money for everyone. Right, Tyrone? Dolly, it must have been a move to calm down the face. They're not calm yet, Nature. The Facebook audience, They seem to watch and read feedback. They do. There's even an algorithm. If you want to put in a statement, a comment to make it like legible, there is an AI tool at the top. You just click it, and it'll offer you 3 different ways to write your message out so that your message is picked up. Yeah, remember, this is almost, I don't know if he's at $1 billion, but this is a real company. And when I tell you these women, when I say warrior, these women are not playing. And I don't say warrior lightly, because these people, and then not just women, men too. And Amber did give us a hint that she's going to change her hair, so she may change it today. Gwen just posted my schedule for the tea with me and the wind down. If you can join us, we had 100 people last night. I think it says 99 check-ins or 100 check-ins. Tyrone, it will not be good if all the money gets ruined because Darren is angry and emotions could lead to him making drastic moves. Exactly. Marion says, what Denisha told Anthony is the same thing Amber told him. I'm sorry. Before she left for North Carolina, she needed to take a break and needed to get away. Donnell came in blazing. He didn't know where he was. The comment section. Yeah, I was kind of reading y'all's comments last night because I could still see the chat that runs on the screen. I was like, wow. Because I can only see certain ones in here, in the software area. But if I open up my phone, then I can see, the regular YouTube layout. Yeah, y'all kind of went after him. He should never come back. He just came in blazing. Yes, he did, Trap Star. You guys tore him up. I'm always giving moderators props. I'm giving the whole family props. All of you guys, girls, gals, gentlemen, you did a great job. Don't come back. Not with that. You can come and talk. That's fine. You can express your opinion. But let's not try to drop rocks and then run. Shy Lady says, Angelina said they are going to have him in an Amazon. She said they're going to have him in an Amazon box outside of UPS for everyone to pick up. Is Angelina hot? That's why Donnell was married and no longer married. I saw where he said he was married. With a thought pattern like that in his brain, yeah, that's why he was married. And most people, like when I got ready to get married, people don't really say get counseling or, see a pastor or whatever. But even though it seems like a lot, it's actually worth it because they just kind of shine a different light on it. Because once the wedding and the honeymoon are over, real life starts. And being married is hard. And you have to, I'm hoping you'll be married to a good one, but real life does start. And now you've got to learn how to coexist with one person and just wait till you have a child. That's why he said was. Good observation, Marion. She did say exactly what Amber said. My sentiments, exactly. I advocate all the time. I agree about women getting respect they deserve. And it's not that we're asking. It's like we put everything we have into things, and then you want to tear us down. Why? Because we don't fit your agenda? You came in this world alone, you're going to leave alone. Exactly. I hope Amber is bringing back. That's what I was thinking. Trapstar, I was thinking that. Is she going to bring back the pixie cut? I love that style on her. You know which one? I like the black and gold one. I like it when she had it black and gold. And I'm wondering, is she about to bring back the pixie cut? That's her power. That's her power go-to. Wow, Trap Star. I agree with you. I thought about it this morning. I was like, because I was watching them again. I said, Amber's gonna get the pixie cut. I I hope so. She looks adorable with the pixie cut. She looked like a boss. Anthony knows Kai is not his son. Anthony, you think Anthony changed that test? Probably. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Miss Nice. Welcome in. She said she's taking a break, so there would be an open door case in case she wanted money. That's why she didn't leave in a mean way. Yeah, I can see that because he would give it to her. Trapstar, you think so? I think so too. TTG mom, about the hair, Amber might come with a pixie cut. I don't want Am Bam in that home getting mentally abused by Anthony anymore. Nope. Too ugly, too triggering. And I hope she calls the attorney today. But Amber, we're not trying to tell you what to do. We're just talking as fan-based spectators. I love this for both Anthony and Shayla. Hi, Aminata. They can self-destruct without involving Amber because they are each other's karma. Denisha finally woke up and moved her son out of the toxicity. Hope she keeps him away from it. I don't think she's coming back. Not in the way she came this time. I rewatched the skits last night with Mama Brenda telling Amber about not letting the devil in. Amber saying Anthony was the devil. Mama Brenda said, I didn't call no names, you did. Mm-hmm. Amber is playing chess with Shayla and Anthony. Hi, Carla. Welcome in, Carla. Yeah, she is. Ben and Danielle are toxic. They will ruin anything they touch because they both are looking for some kind of adoration from other people, right? But they're just both like that. And they haven't even been married that long. I mean, they were married, then he left her for 3 years. Now they're back, and this is probably why they got divorced in the first place. Danielle and Ben, yeah, TTG mom, they're a mess. I can't believe I'm still sleepy. It's 10:30. I see things from Denisha's point of protecting her son and from Shayla protecting of wanting her child to be treated fairly. Hey, Skinlana, what's happening? Good afternoon, darling. How are you? What's going on, Skinlana? I don't know. Were you in the audience last night when I went on the 10? Were you in the audience? Skitlana, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to come up or you just chill out? Whatever you want to do. Good to see you, Skit. Anthony may pull Shayla in, start living his fantasy or his daydream about having his family. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I was proud of Shayla. And y'all know me. But I made her honorary and gave her half a thing of roses or flowers. She did good. Carla, well, let's see, I'm sorry. Carla says, well, what will Anthony do now that he is alone again? Amber, please don't go back to that house to get any clothes. I wouldn't go to get clothes. Skidletta says, right. Plus those words he was saying about Shayla was hidden Denisha as well. That's what we say, Skidletta. Yeah, because she's just next in line. She's next in line. Mm-hmm. We agree with you 100%, girl. Nature says Aunt likes to test people, especially Amber and Shayla. I think Denisha was put in place to get them provoked by his action. When he went in on Denisha's outfit, that right there should have told us everything we needed. He built her up just to tear her down. And that's what he did. That's what he was starting to do. I'm glad she's out of there. Skidlana says Shayla would be a fool to go live with Anthony. I hope she don't do that. Don't do it. Hi, Shirley Coleman. Welcome in. Skidlana, I don't want to see Shayla do that. Keep her house and keep Andrea and keep Anthony on a leash because that's where he belongs. Keep him on a leash. But I'm wondering, who's Anthony going to get now? Who do you guys think? At Skitlana, who do you think Anthony's going to go find now to fill a void? Because he's like, they're calling him a narcissist. He might be. But who's he going to go get now? Right? That will be interesting to see what he does next. Nature says, thank you for answering about the court. Oh, you're welcome. And whether they can open a case. Yeah, you want to go get it from the court, the money. And then the county, they'll get involved, yeah, with the welfare and the benefits. And Anthony makes a lot of money. So with Anthony making a lot of money, he'll probably have to foot all the bills. But if you are a normal, everyday guy, you get the child support, and then they'll give you like Medicaid or something, maybe even, food. But with Anthony's money, they're not gonna, probably they'll they might cover something or they might not, but it just depends. Because welfare is for the everyday working person, right? Not rich people. So, and let's see. Anthony doesn't even know where his money is. I know. The only person who knows is Darren. He's going to go through it with Lisa cheating. I wonder if that's how he's going to. I'm still sleepy. I wonder if that's how he's going to. You think that's the only way he's going to lose his money? That's kind of boring, right? We don't get to see it like just disappearing into the thin air. Let's see. Dolly says, Nature, it's sad that Denisha was chosen before Shayla. Yeah. I'm trying to remember back. He wasn't angry with Shayla when he did that with Denisha, right? I mean, he wasn't angry with her. So is it because Denisha was new and Shayla wasn't new anymore? Is it because Shayla wasn't the bright, shiny toy anymore? So he had to get a new, shiny toy so he can feed on? Is that what it was? If Shayla would do child support, he may have to pay a large portion of income. They have scales, you know, of what to pay. Plus, I mean, he paid her $10,000 before, so maybe he'll just give her money and leave her alone. Nonya, I Will Survive is on my motto of songs by Gloria Gaynor. I love Gloria Gaynor. I Will Survive was a good song. That was a good breakup song, a good get through this song, a good fight song. They better not write it for Amber to help save his money again. Since the audience has an amnesia, they do have amnesia. Let Dave and Shayla help him this time. Denisha, D and Shayla, since everyone loves him. It's sad, Dolly. Denisha got pulled in without really clearly thinking about it because she was busy getting love bombed. And she maybe she needed that. Maybe she needed something to make her feel worthy. But she could have felt worthy from her own apartment. Aunt just found out who Dave is in Amber's life. He wants to show he could move on. Good point. Fair point. Skitlana, what you say, lady? Same thing Anthony was saying about Shayla is the same thing Denisha's baby father was saying about Denisha. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, Skitlana. I wouldn't be surprised. Child support will be more than what he's given Shayla now. Well, since we don't have a scale, we don't know. But good point. Because so right now, isn't Amon paying the bills for the house, right? Anthony's not paying the bills anymore like he did at the fishbowl apartment. He's taking care of Kai. Now, if Amon doesn't come back, then I'm sure she's going to ask Anthony, and that's going to be her having to suck it up ask him for money, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to remind her of the bribe he made her about the podcast. When he said don't ruin his image, and he would boost to 10,000 a month back then, he'd boost to 10,000 a month to 20,000. So he might hold the podcast over Shayla's head this time if Amon doesn't come back. Denisha. Shayla said Denisha would not have introduced her son to Anthony until he was officially divorced. TTG Mom says Denisha really moved fast, just my opinion. Moved as fast as Tamara. Skitlana commentary says it sure will be more in child support than what Anthony has given Shayla. And then Amanada says, Skitlana, I think you're right. Denisha may have had the same situation. Nature says, Skitlana, I agree with you. She seemed to flinch when she was listening how Anthony was talking about Shayla. Because, people do talk about baby mamas like that, but not, I guess not, maybe not all of them, because not all baby mamas are trying to hang on to you. Some want to move on and go marry somebody else and mind their own business, you know. Skitlana says, look at the way she was looking at Anthony. She was saying what he wanted to hear. I peeped it. Her body language was saying something totally different. Skitlana, yeah, it was totally different. Mm-hmm. Lisa, high pushing forward. Lisa leaving her husband will get with Mike is crazy. It is. I think Denisha is good for Anthony, but she moved too fast. She gave him good life nuggets, but she was too impatient and jumped into the mess without knowing how toxic it was. So I just want to say something based on what Shirley said. Now, in a normal world, and say there's nothing wrong with Anthony, that would apply, right? But what if Anthony really is a narcissist? Now, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but just based on what Stephanie said, Tina, a few people who know what it is to be with a narcissist and how they've explained to us how narcissists work, right? They're continually feeding for new people like a vampire. And this is just putting it in a nutshell, just based on what they've already told us. I don't have any private information about their lives. And then Amber was the empath, the one who kept putting up with all his BS. So if Shayla was already groomed out, if he is a narcissist, Denisha was about to be the next one because he started tearing her down yesterday. When he started with that outfit nonsense, whether we liked it or not, he tore her from top to bottom. He dissed her outfit. And the man does that to you, you better wake up and pay attention to what's going on, what's really going on. Let's see. Dolly says, I'm sure there's some women who can relate to Amber sitting on that porch, having to control herself emotionally and physically. Yeah. Skitlana says, yes, Dom knows, but her mom convinced her to play it smart. Mike just screwed himself. And pushing forward says, why hasn't J Diva been caught yet? I don't know. Nature Skitlana commentary. Atlanta will come out of his pockets more because he's a millionaire. Mm-hmm. And they will probably review what he has already done and contributed to help both Shayla and Baby Kai. So, does anybody think that Anthony may, like, I know before when they had to go to court, why does it seem like Anthony never wants to go to court? Is he afraid of court, or he just find it useless, or he thinks he knows better than the courts? What's Anthony's deal with the court? He never wants to go to court. for anything. Shirley says Anthony doesn't want Denisha. He used her to get rid of Amber and Shayla. Classic narcissist. So you're saying he needed new people to feed on and he needed a new empath. So he was going to have Denisha become the new empath, which would have been Amber's place. Is that what you're saying, Jen? Mary Forney says, I don't care about Anthony or Shayla, but it is still not going to let her move in that house. No, Shayla, you can't move in that house. If Shayla moves in that house, she's going to lose Amber forever. And Shayla wants her friend back. Love it or not, I don't care whether we like it or not. Shayla wants her friend back. Period. Point blank. I mean, Shayla's still Shayla, you know. She's all dolled up and all that stuff, but Shayla wants her friend back. Yep, she does. I don't care about them. Yeah, I got that. That look on the end on Dom's face when Darren told her. I haven't watched that one yet. Gwen did post my my calendar. Thanks, Gwen. Thank you. Darren's uptown New Orleans accent was in full effect. And Skitlana says, yes, nature, the court will take that into consideration of what he has already done, but the fact that he's rich and Shayla doesn't have verifiable income, he's going to pay dearly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hi, Eklund. Good morning. Eklund says, good morning, chat. You came for the tea? Girl, you missed the tea last night, Eklund. You weren't there. I don't think, unless you were in the bushes hanging out, girl. Yeah, I was on one last night. Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't there, Eklund. I was on one last night. TTG Mom, Mary Fournier. Bingo. She just knew she was fixing to live in that mansion. If I were Shayla, I wouldn't want to live there. Shayla has a nice house. Stay where she is. Shayla got a nice house. Don't leave Anthony over there with his sorry self. It was really unnecessary for Anthony to involve both Kais in his self-centered actions. I agree. Dolly, Dom and her mother are upset. They're about to get Mike some kind of way. I have a feeling Mother is extremely upset. She's crazier than Dom is, I think. Mike was trying to push off Lisa when Ben found out from Danielle. Where did Benny and the Jets come from, y'all? Where did they come from? Seriously. Spill the tea. Throughout the chat, Nonya says buttercups and chatters. Mike will be sitting in the midst of his grandparents about this whole fiasco with, his grandmama gonna be mad. She gonna be mad at Mike. She gonna be mad at Mike. Whole fiasco with Lisa and Darren, and Dom and her mom in the midst of it. Mary says, I don't care about Shayla and Anthony, but she was mad about the room. She was also because he was moving Denisha and her son in the home and not her and baby Kai. Yeah, he didn't do anything for Kai. But why? I mean, why didn't he do anything for Kai? Why didn't he? Why? Because Kai was too young. There are people who babies are too young for them. And then that little boy was his age when his mom died. So maybe that has something to do with it. Please hit the like button if you are watching. We'd appreciate it. The pixie cut and the black and blonde. I like the black and blonde cut. I do. I like it better. I mean, plus it's more in style. That French hairdo is, I don't think that's in style too much anymore. But the black and gold one, that's a boss. That's a boss hairdo. But the other one was too. But the other one, I don't know if it's still in style. It was a French movement for that hairdo at the time. The whole crew of Ben is having women problems. Ah, mm-hmm, that's true. Ben and Danielle take it upon themselves to involve themselves in their friends' affairs or issues when they aren't in a good place. Make it make sense. And he just got home, and she over there running her mouth again. Amber, call your lawyer. Mary says, call your lawyer, Amber. Nature says Denisha doesn't want to be the other woman. She realizes a lot will be at stake. And then Dolly says, Mike, though Dom was a handful, however, the mother is more of a handful. Where's Bones' grandmother? Where's Bones' grandmother? The one he liked? Lisa gave up her marriage by trying to live out her desires, right, Nature? To be in a relationship. Oh, with Mike. And Mike might get a stalker out of Lisa. And then also, let's not forget, Lisa gave up her singing career for Darren because she stated in the argument her and Darren had in the beginning that she was ready to go on stage, and she put it behind her because Darren wanted a stay-at-home wife. Same way Anthony did, taking all the money from Amber because he wanted Amber to be a stay-at-home wife for him and Kai. So you got those two men, and I don't know if you remember that video I did with my Taylor sweatshirt on that was way too big. But I compared Darren and Anthony's movements. They marry these women, then they want to change them into something they really want them to be. New skit, Lisa asking Mike to stay with him. Whoa. Really? Dolly is about to get real for Mike. He knows Dom, but he doesn't know Dom's mother. Why is Lisa looking to Mike for shelter? Her and Darren were well off. She should have got a credit card, yeah. Because she wants Mike. She might be a stalker. In my opinion, I think Denisha is not letting her son see his father. That's what started her to leave, partially at least. Nonya was a mama bear last night protecting her chat cubs. Because that person poked the bear. Coming in there with that nonsense. Thanks, Dolly. Thank you. I wasn't feeling him. The same speech Denisha gave Anthony, he's reliving what Amber said when she was leaving for North Carolina. That's interesting. I have to rewatch them because I watched them like in a real hurry this morning. Felicia says, I agree with Mary's response. Oh, Piari is next. Oh, Piari. Piari's next. No, he just doesn't see Shayla as a wife. I don't know, would Shayla marry him though, really? I mean, I know Shayla might want to be Mrs. Dalton, but they've made Shayla grow. Shayla has grown a lot, right? We know she wants to be a wife. Right now, she's still waiting for a man. So, is Shayla still Shayla? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say she doesn't. No, don't get me wrong. But that's an interesting observation. Aunt Shirley says Dolly yesterday, Aunt almost told Shayla why she wasn't chosen. Lisa knows Darren's business. Yes, she does. She sure does. Darren knows she knows too. If he doesn't know, he better remember. And let's see, Anthony might try to pull Shayla in so he doesn't have to pay any child support. I don't know about Anthony and Shayla. I'm not gonna play that guessing game. But I don't know about Piari either. I mean, it's like they're closer to home than Nisha Barracuda. So is that what he wants? Somebody that close to home again, even though Amber's divorcing him? Or does he care? Who cares what he cares? But might be Shayla might walk in. I'm not sure if it'll be Piari. And Delicia got a lot of men running around. And I don't think Delicia wants to piss off Amber at the podcast. I don't know. It's sad for any woman to be love bombed by anyone like Anthony, who's self-centered. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, being with a self-centered man is bad enough. Anthony is always asking Shayla whose side is she on because he's worried about Amber. He's worried about his money. He's not worried about Amber. He's worried about his money. Who walks in for Anthony? Nature says it will be someone to power up with him since Amber and Dave are powered up. Vanetta says, yes, Dolly. Dolly, are you trying, Dolly, or trying to prove the man that she can put control over someone like Anthony? Pushing Forward says, Lisa has lost her mind. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. What's our count look like, Dolly? 53 likes, 48 watching. Thank you. Please do the right thing. Thank you so much, Dolly. And hit the like button. Nature says, Pushing Forward. Yes, she has, because Mike has never shown any indication that he would make it more than what it was, right? And he broke it off. So get over it, Lisa. You're standing there drooling at the restaurant. Now you got it. Now he moved on. That's what men do. That's what men do. Some of them. And then Pushing Forward says, yes, she wants Mike bad. They both want to be broke. Hi, Tina Young. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tina. Welcome in. Yes, he was trying to break Denisha's spirit by belittling her and nitpicking her outfit. Right, he was. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tina is asking you all to please do so. And I'm at 3,200 subscribers, so if you see anybody or if anybody hasn't subscribed, please do. I'd appreciate it. Vanetta says Amber's getting ready to get her body butter and clothing line on board. Amber's getting ready to diversify. How Anthony talked about her clothes sent red flags. It sure did. That's the first thing I noticed when he started talking about her clothes. All that stuff that Anthony did trying to hurt Amber. And it backfired. Don't play with God's children. And I mean Skitland God, right? I mean, even though we know Amber is very spiritual. Don't play. Anne's character may have some stuff like how Michelle said knowing things about Ben. Ant rather resolve things on his own without others' involvements. Well, you need to go talk to his lawyer, baby. However, Stephanie says baby. Vanetta, Amber's a boss, baby. I guess Anthony recognizes Amber is gone. Maybe so. I just don't want to see him get sick because I don't want to see Amber running to his side. Anthony's character looks like he could have done some dirty business back in the day, corporate mess. Well, we know him and Ben got into something in college. Amber needs to get some new friends. Does she really? I mean, sometimes having friends might not be the best thing. Maybe sometimes walking with the Lord, walking alone, might be better. And maybe that's why she's only keeping Ernestine around. Ernestine needs to learn to shut her mouth. That's all. Just shut her mouth. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. I mean, Ernestine is a pit bull, but sometimes she just talks too much. Shayla's doing all of this because she wants to be in that mansion. I want Ben and Danielle to get their karma. Gwen posted my schedule. Please like, share, and subscribe. 57 likes and 41 watching. And if you guys can, please replay some of the videos so I can start getting my, I'm not, maybe 1.75 million views back. That's a lot of views. I mean, I still have a lot overall, but yeah, I lost a lot of views. And Shayla should have some income from the podcast. Yeah. I think Denisha's coming back with a plan. Amber's not fooling. Too tough with nobody but Steen. She rock with Steen. Anthony and Denisha needs to continue their relationship at her house. Why not? She doesn't need to be in Amber and Anthony's house. And whether we like it or not, whoever wants to say that's Anthony's house, that is the marital home. So please, let's not do that today. I ain't feeling it. I don't feel like teaching. Just come on. Just get with the program. We know it's a skit. Wayne didn't change that law in Wayne's world, so that law applies. Danielle needs to be by herself because she talks too much. She does. She tells everything she knows. And where is Melissa? Where's Melissa? She's still in her straitjacket, JR? Because I have a feeling that Kai's not the son. I'm still reeling from the brilliance of how Amber lit that fire. Yeah, she did. She lit that powder keg and walked off. And Shayla, this is your fight. And Shayla gladly took it on. That's the thing. At least she knew that was her fight. And it was. It was Shayla's fight. Anthony, the hospital next. Antia, good morning. My Lisa. Oh, my Lisa. Trying to find somewhere to stay. Yep, she's at Mike's house. Santia says Mike needs to put her up. Santia might be right. Not Lisa at Mike's. I'm still sleepy. Why am I still sleepy? The sun is out. Oh, maybe there's no air in here, huh? Okay, what do we have? Somehow I think Erica will end up at the podcast. It is interesting that her character is being involved with someone who wants to change herself to be with him or what he expects. Michelle B says Darren kicked Lisa out. Anthony is a weak man that can't stand up to Shayla or Angelina. I think Denisha would have gave him a run for his money. But I think Denisha didn't know what she was dealing with until she saw him in action. Is there any other skits besides Dom worth looking at? No? Trapstar says Shayla would marry Anthony, especially when she finds out about Amon, possibly. Yeah. I think so. You guys think if she wanted, and I'm just being flip, do you think if she wanted to marry Anthony, would she tell Amber that she wants to marry Anthony? She doesn't have to. No. I'm not saying that. Okay, let's wrap it up in about 10 minutes. I'm just wondering. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please do, and comment. Just comment on the videos. The videos, even the lives. I mean, if you want to comment, that's fine. But the actual skit reviews, they're only 10 minutes long. They're just 10 minutes long. They're not even like in a whole lot of detail, because it's like we do more thinking in the follow up. Lisa blew up her marriage and went to Mike's looking for shelter. Mike said, "You can't pop up and fix your marriage." Mike has no clue that Dom already knows. That's what he get. Denisha said what Shayla is doing is the oldest trick in the book. It is keeping Kai away from Anthony. I think that's exactly what she did. It is one of the oldest in the book. And yes, she would know, because I'm sure that's what she did. Hey, Hemi girl, how are you this morning? PRA is going to be on Shayla. Going to be on Shayla because she doesn't like Denisha. They are clearing the way for Anthony, Shayla 2.0. Well, Anthony and Shayla 2.0, I will keep my comments in reserve. Lisa doesn't think Dom knows about her and Mike. Yeah. Nature says, I think Anthony keeps PRE on the back burner, but I don't think he wants anything serious with PRE. And all that back in college. Can y'all get over it and grow up? Especially after she revealed not keeping their child. Now, what if her child is alive? Then what? Is that how they're going to turn the storyline? Hi, Miss Nice. Tamara will laugh in Denisha's face. I can't wait. She'll have that little snicker on her face, maybe, where she says, "Tried to tell you. Girl, I tried to tell you." I can just hear Tamara. Miss Nice says Anthony messed up when he talked about her clothes, because he was about to begin his BS by making her have low self-esteem. That Miss Nice. That hurt her feelings. Yeah, and let her know she will never be protected. The one thing he couldn't do about Amber's clothes was talk about them. He did try it with Shayla, but Shayla knows how to shut Anthony down. Hello, Antoinette. Welcome in. Welcome in. Lisa has it bad. Mike just wanted some temporary vanilla. Shayla's evil mother's coming. Okay, let's do 5 more minutes, and then I need to cut out, and so do you. Nonya, speaking of baby, Stephanie lights the chat up. She does. I love Stephanie being here, and she's so funny. I told her don't spring no big surprise on me 2 minutes after I sit down, though. That threw me for a loop. Hey, look, give me 5 minutes, Steffi Martin. Danielle can't hold water. Nonya, you have been cracking me up. I love this channel and our family. Donna, I'm glad you do. I'm glad. I'm just me, Donna. I mean, if I go to work, I get all prim and proper or whatever, but I'm just me being me, girl. And this is an outlet, Melissa, maybe Melissa is in Arizona. I wonder if Melissa is the Arizona girl. You think she might be the Arizona girl? And why was Dave's money missing? It's not like Dave got 1,000 people around him either, right? She probably left the country for a break. She took the money from Dave and blessed herself with a long trip. That wouldn't surprise me. Payback. Melissa visiting Dave's sister Charity. That could be true too. She up to something. And you guys speaking her up into existence. I see you over there. Y'all want her to come back? Yes, Nature, she's on a Hate Amber campaign. So maybe that's where she is. Amber needs to call Coco if Aunt gets sick this time. Yeah, she's got to sign the papers, though. Come on, Nonya. Amber needs to be alone with the Lord. That's fine with me. She should. She should. I mean, you can be alone with the Lord, but you don't have to isolate yourself from the world, though, right? I talk to God all day. But I mean, I understand what you're saying, like how she stays prayed up. I'm not gonna tell Amber Ty what to do. That's a grown woman. And the last time she took my head off, so I'm leaving Amber alone. You hear me, Shirley? I'm leaving Amber alone this time. Ain't taking my head off again. But you know what? I think Amber and Dave pray. Dave prays every single day. So I'm wondering, is she praying, even though she's not alone? The Lord doesn't say you have to pray alone, right, Shirley? You know, I mean, He doesn't tell us we have to pray alone. Maybe she's praying with Dave, not about them, but for like forgiveness and fixing themselves and repenting, the whole bit. We don't know. So that's why I don't call things when I don't know what Amber's doing over there. But we do know that Dave prays every single morning when he gets up. We do know that. Will that rub off on Amber? Mm-hmm. It sure will. I think if Shayla told Amber, I don't think Amber will be surprised, but taken aback. Amber keeps saying to Aunt, go be with your baby mother. She told Shayla, be with your baby's daddy. Maybe Amber means it. I mean, maybe Amber knows they're a better fit because they are. And see how fast Coco comes to the rescue, right, Dolly? Whether it's if Shayla decided to marry Aunt, now Coco be mad. Ooh, Coco be mad. And see how fast she comes to the rescue at the hospital, huh? Shayla and Anthony had some tension going on, but not solely on Kai, right? Well, I mean, Shayla feels she was second. And how dare he? I mean, this is Skitland, so this is the way they're thinking, right? So Shayla feels like, wait, we tore up your marriage, and now you're gonna go pick somebody else? Because in reality, that's what they did. Put Amber through hell, and now you want to move on to somebody else and leave me out here with a baby from the mess we just made? I'm just talking. I don't know. Yeah, Dalen did tell her we're not back in college anymore. Dalen was trying to get PRA to let go of back in the day. You have to let it go eventually. You do. What college did they go to? Eklund, I told you PRA and Anthony's son is Trey. You think it's Trey? And Jose's son is Trill. Because Trill's so light and Trey. That would be interesting, Eklund. I remember you saying about um Brody's kid, about Trey. But Josie, we're just down knowing about Josie. But I remember you saying Trey about Brody. Yes, Dolly, and Ron is over there being entertained by Inkra in London. Thank you, Nonya. Always being our gracious hostess. Even when I'm on a 10, Dolly. Okay, guys, let's go, all right? Let's cut out. I'm going to go start my dinner. Melissa somewhere plotting. Yes, she is, Gwen. I prefer to see the lovey-dovey between Amber and Dave. It's very calming, isn't it? Nature is very calming. Thanks, Nonya and everyone. We are all awesome. Thank you, everybody. You guys enjoy your day. Keep your head on a swivel. Just don't bring me anybody's names. I don't want anybody mad at me. No content creators. Don't give me any names. Even if you tell me something is happening. My gray is showing. Don't give me any names, okay? No names, no names. All right, you guys. Yeah, I was. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go. You guys take care. Thank you for coming in this morning. And thank you for hanging with me last night. And if you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button on your way out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, Eklund. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, Lexus. Let's go. Later.